Hi everyone. I learned that this game was actually out on the PlayStation 4. I had no idea. So, we're going to play White Knight. It's kind of a black and white monochrome horror game. Very film noir like. That's all I know. Kind of wanted to wait until I get the rest of my furniture here. Because I noticed there was an echo in my Life is Strange video, but I think that might have actually been because I was using the wrong microphone. Well. Okay, well, why don't we give this a shot? A new game, please. Turn this down a bit. It's getting a little late. I don't want to disturb my neighbor. Cross button. I've never heard it referred to
It's
as
pitch black, without stars, and without sleep. Dirty nights clinging to you like tar. Like this one night, back in 1938. Boston. The Great Depression tsunami was just sweeping what was left of America. Misery, hunger, despair. Times are hard, they said. Times were worse than hard. And the bar was about to close. As far as I was concerned, this was just another intoxicated day drawing to an end. If only I knew.
Chapter 1, Out of Course.
A silver coin in the night sky.
I can control my car. Let's not drive in the middle of the road. This is America, so on the right side. I'm in Japan where everyone's on the left. It's kind of similar to why it is in England. In England was because of jousting. In Japan it's because samurais would hold their swords on the left-hand side, and if they were walking like this to the right and then coming from on the left, their swords would cross, and if they crossed, they would have to fight. So they would walk,
West side
going to somewhere on the left and coming from somewhere on the right to avoid that.
fall back on.
That's what I was told by a Japanese teacher.
Won't do now. If we're
The shock was still echoing in my bones, as the image of that girl coming out of nowhere surged back in my mind. Did I hit her? Was she dead? I couldn't remember. Thoughts were spinning in my head. I hope I didn't run her over. I hope she's still alive. Then, the pain. The terrible pain on my side. And this question. Where am I?
Use left stick was still possible. Okay. So this game seems to be... The car was on the brink of death. Seems like it's playing in 60 frames per second, but I'm not recording in 60 frames per second. I should probably start doing that. Last time I tried, it delayed the audio. Try and do that again. This girl on the road, the impact, I couldn't find her body. Ooh. The box seemed to be connected to the electric lighting of the street. No body, no blood. Where did the girl disappear? Oh. How do I look at that? Have I killed her? Who was that girl who crossed the road? I couldn't avoid her, but I never found her body. I couldn't get her desperate stare out of my mind. But I was wounded, and I needed help. Extra. Read all about. So I've seen for help I could rely on the Boston Daily News, which I could check with Triangle. We figured that out already. I've seen Harshly Critical play a little bit of this already. Vesper Manor. Didn't ring a bell. My head was empty and painful. I could read the name Vesper on the mailbox. That name. No, ever since the commotion, my memory seemed like gone. Is there anything else? Let's go in.
I was trying to collect my thoughts, but the intense pain was scattering them like a bunch of dead birds. My fear of being wounded changed into an obsession. Was I about to die?
Oh, it's just a stump. W plus S. I should have considered that romantic under other circumstances. Don't go too far. This unknown symbol let out a powerful aura. It was quite a drop. The darkness of the well spat a salty smell to my face. Can we pull up the bucket? Stop it. Guess not. The bucket fell down a dozen meters at least. No way to recover it. Thinking this was a premonition was probably just superstition, but I felt definitely uneasy. For sale. This board looked as old as the house. Interesting. Is this something to look? The arm came from a marble structure. That statue over there? Come on, dude, stop hobbling. A bird table. Call those bird baths in Indiana. Margaret Vesper, born Vinter Cross. On the grave, the name Margaret Vesper seemed to challenge eternity itself. Who was she? The grave looked as daunting as a forgotten tomb. What a dire way of decorating a garden. So there's like 3 more out here, it seems. B. Norman. This name coming from nowhere was chilling. Henry Vesper, a relative of the landlord. How do you know that? The bucket had not been used for a long time. Something there. Guess not. Let's check out this grave. We can't? Whatever. The statue had been moved recently. William Vesper. No date on the grave. Let's push it. Okay, I just wanted to see if he said something different this time. Alright, we'll get the key. Twisted, but the dead probably kept burglars away.
I had the feeling I was about to desecrate a sanctuary, to open the door to a world I didn't belong to. But whoever lived in there, they would understand. I needed help. Anyone would understand that.
Just trying to see if there's like any more he could say about certain things. That doesn't look like it. Alright, let's get moving. This is Margaret Vesper's grave, right? Yeah, okay. Here we go. Old and damp planks which had fallen from the front of the mansion. Couldn't see a thing. The window was watching over a tomb. Someone looked like they were out here drinking earlier. There was still some golden liquid inside the glass. The glass was still moist, and the chair was overlooking the garden. Someone was there very recently. If that person were to come back, my wound would be the only acceptable reason for breaking in. Someone was here recently. Letter from Martha Kenton to William Vesper. Under normal circumstances, I would have never tried to contact you. I am an honest woman. I have supported my husband since the blessed day of our wedding, from which 2 beautiful children were born. I have given them the best education I could, but today I cannot afford to raise them properly anymore. We are ruined. My husband's employer went bankrupt. He is traveling from town to town trying to find a job, while I have to beg for food every single day. My 4-year-old son has a bad cough, which is getting worse, and I fear for his life. Nowadays, we can see children die in the streets. Is this still America? I beg of you, who are rich, only a few dollars would be enough. We could work for you. We live in the shack under the best oil sign at the entrance of the slum by the Graham slaughterhouses. Don't hesitate to come. Martha Kenton.
Getting somewhere safe. That's all that mattered. As the doors opened, the mansion seemed to react to my presence. There was a smell, like a cornered animal. The smell of fear. And yet, I entered the place because I had no choice. I was praying to find a phone or some help. I didn't even bother wondering what happened to prayers when they reached the wrong door.
All right, end of chapter 1.